Why should you release a track as a free download? And if you do, should you place barriers in the way of people downloading your tune? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Alright guys, welcome back to the Producer Mindset. This is Artifact. Today I've snuck into some kind of weird abandoned building / bush to deliver you some top secret information. So, free downloads and barriers in the way of them, my thoughts. Before we get into this, I had a really insightful live stream session with Zardonic last night. When I asked him about free downloads, his main response was just focus on your craft and the music will do the rest of the work for you, essentially. You know, get music sounding as perfect as you possibly can before you put it out, and then things will be a lot smoother and easier. When it comes to releasing music for free, you need to decide what your actual aim in releasing music is. Is it to make money? Is it to attract followers? Or is it to attract the right kind of followers? In my opinion, if you're starting out and you're an up-and-coming producer, the most important thing you can do is focus on building your audience. And so, in a way, free downloads can be a really good way to do this if you're not releasing on record labels. What I've done is I've come up with 4 levels of how you would release a particular song. These are just what I've come up with. So let's start at the lowest level, would be putting out a song completely for free as a free download, no sort of restrictions, just click it and download and it's yours. Then the second level would be free but with a barrier, for example something like Hypeddit or one of these other platforms where you have to repost the song or like a page in order to download it. So it's a little sort of barrier, a little effort for the consumer to go through to get your free track. The third level would be putting a small cost or donation on your music, but without a record label. So that would be, for example, things like Bandcamp, where you can sort of donate, you know, as little as €1 or €2 or anything like that for a song. The fourth level, which is often the ideal level, but you know, that's also up for debate, is to release it on a record label. In itself, releasing on a record label, that's a whole other video, but we're going to stick with the free downloads on this one. Would I ever release a song completely for free with no strings attached? My answer is a clear no way. I'm only going to be putting out music that I've spent, you know, at least a certain amount of time on, and that time is work, and it's worth something, in my opinion, even if no consumer in the world believes it is. In my head, it still has to be worth something, even if it's very small. So I would never just release a song completely for free. That is, of course, just my opinion. You can feel free to do that. The next level, which is having a free download but with a barrier, such as Hypeddit, I think this is a really, really great way to build a following if you're just starting out, or if you want to just generally increase your audience. Because in terms of actually reposting a song or liking a page, it's such a little effort on the consumer's part. I don't think you really have any right to complain if someone has made and put their time, heart and soul, hopefully, into a piece of music. Just simply sharing it or following them or liking their page or reposting it, it should not be a big deal at all. And if there are people out there who hear your song, you've put it out, and they think, oh, he's put this up but I have to do this, they're not your audience. Because your true audience are going to want to support you anyway. You're wasting your time dealing with those people in a sense. So I think it's a great way to put out free music with a little kind of barrier. In some ways that could get you more followers or support than if you released on a certain label. It's up for debate, of course. Obviously it's nice to aim for a big label, but I had a discussion with Zardonic about this as well, and he said the right type of label is absolutely crucial, and not just any label or not just any big label. There's a lot more that goes into it. It's something that we could discuss on another video, but I haven't made all the notes for that kind of topic yet. So just to summarise, always focus on your actual craft and the level and skill of your music first and foremost, and don't waste too much time thinking on how I'm going to release it or what I'm going to do with it, because if you make something really, really great, the process is just going to be a lot easier and smoother anyway, because real good music does have a way of getting out there and being heard by the right people. You just have to trust in your art form in that respect. It's basically just a case of hard work. And finally, reward. There is absolutely nothing wrong with getting some kind of small reward for the work you put in for your music. So I personally would suggest, even if you want to release something for free, I would at least get some kind of interaction from your audience. I personally don't feel like having extra comments on a post just to make the song sort of look more popular actually really works, because at the end of the day your aim should be to reach new members of your audience that may not have heard of you, and then have them become part of your process as a developing artist or musician. So it's much more about just finding the right people than it is about looking popular, because you can look as popular as you want but people won't necessarily care. But if you find the right people that do care, then they're going to be more likely to help you and support you further down the line. So I would always aim for just finding the right people. Yeah, that's my little topic for today. I hope that was a little helpful video. Please leave some comments or questions, or join the Producer Mindset Facebook group. And if you want to support me in my journey, then check out my Patreon. Thank you and have a great day.